What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA. All right, if you ever wanted proof that Bob Iger don't know what he's talking about and don't know what he's doing, all you got to do is just look at a few headlines that you can see right here. Now, this is a headline that popped off last year. This is on Variety, all right? And you can see the date, March 9 of 2023. So this is last year. Disney CEO Bob Iger says MCU needs newness. But there's nothing off about the Marvel brand. Do you need a third or fourth sequel? Okay, so a couple of things to pay attention to. The MCU needs newness. Nothing's off about the brand. And do you need a third and fourth sequel? Okay, this is March of last year. Pay attention. And this is another article from Variety, all right, later on that year, all right, November 30. The Marvels suffered from a lack of supervision on set, says Bob Iger. Then he says, Disney CEO admits the studio has made too many sequels recently. All right, so he's saying, yeah, it's a sequel problem. You know, he's saying we made too many sequels. That's been a problem for us, all right? Again, similar to this language, do you need a third or fourth sequel? That's where Bob Iger was, you know, again, back in November, all right? So not even 3 months ago, this is what Bob Iger was saying. This is what his words were in regards to Marvel. And then again, keep in mind, he also said that the MCU needs newness. All right. Now, this is on the wrap today. Bob Iger says Disney is leaning more into sequels and franchises. Actually a smart thing. He also says they're going to reduce output at Marvel after its recent flood of streaming. So let's back up. All right. He said the MCU needs newness. He said the MCU was suffering from too many sequels. Now he's saying that, oh, yeah, sequels. Yeah, that's a smart thing. We should lean into that. We should lean into these franchises. But we're going to reduce output at Marvel after its recent flood of streaming. So what he's talking about there, I'm going to walk right to this part, all right? Now, Iger also noted that Disney would be walking back the strategy it had taken when it launched Disney Plus to produce a wave of streaming titles for the service. Marvel Studios, in particular, leaned heavily into this strategy, releasing the popular WandaVision in early 2021 before releasing several more titles like Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Hawkeye, Moon Knight, and She-Hulk to diminishing returns. In our zeal to greatly increase volume, partially tied to this wanting to chase more global subs for our streaming platform, some of our studios lost a little focus. So the first step is that we've taken is that we've reduced volume, we reduced output, particularly in Marvel. See, here's the issue, man. Bob Iger is still laboring under this delusion that it's a quantity over quality thing. You know, it's not quantity over quality. If you put nothing but quality, all right, quality writers, people that understood all of these characters, all right, if you put like writers that understood these characters, fans of these characters, as we just got through talking about just the other day.
I was not very steeped in the comics.
I didn't read any comics or do any research.
I wasn't familiar with comics. I wasn't familiar with the movies.
We didn't lean into a whole lot of the history of the comic books.
Yeah, candidly, we were not enormous comic fans.
I wasn't super into superhero comics when I was a kid. I read a lot of like indie press stuff.
First thing I was told is don't read the comics.
Really?
As a creator, they put you in a bubble. They don't let you talk about any of the other projects, right?
You know, they're up for anything.
We ultimately decided to redefine it for the series and thought that it worked better for the story that we're trying to tell.
Did you ever read you haven't read the comic?
When the DVD comes out, I'm going to read a Thor comic book and just see where we went wrong.
See, the thing is, Bob, you can reduce the output all you want to. It ain't going to make a bit of difference because the problem isn't the output. It's them writers that don't understand the material. They don't understand the source material, and you don't care if they understand the source material. See, it really starts at the top. It starts with leadership. It starts with you, and it starts with Feige. That's the issue right now. It has nothing to do with them. This is the reason why. Bob Iger, at this point, doesn't understand what the problems are. And he's gaslighting himself at this point. You know, the guy is like literally gaslighting himself into believing his own bullshit. See, that's why Bob is all over the place. It says, oh, yeah, we need newness. You know, there's nothing off about the Marvel brand. We just need some newness. But then where are we at today? Yeah, this was tweeted out by Culture Crave. Bob Iger says Marvel Studio will be focusing on their stronger franchises. You know, the strong stuff, the stuff that works. You know, so they're going to be going back. We talked about them going back to get Thanos. You know, they're trying to bring Iron Man back in, you know, so they're probably going to have another Iron Man. They have another Captain America movie coming out. They're just going to swap them around, put different people in the roles, but they will still be under those banners, Iron Man, Captain America, so on and so forth. And then, yeah, they're going to bring in the Fantastic Four, obviously, and they're going to do the X-Men, which is what I said from the very beginning. I said that that's what they should have did immediately after Endgame, and we had to go through the last 3 years of nonsense before Bob Iger finally figured out what a lot of us knew 3 or 4 years ago. Like, why aren't y'all going straight into the Fantastic Four? That should be the next thing coming out. Fantastic Four, X-Men. You could have been well on your way in those universes, and you wouldn't have taken all the damage that you've taken to the brand. You know, oh, we're going to reduce volume going forward. Yeah, it's too late for all of that, man. Nobody cares about the MCU like that no more, Bob. You screwed up. Okay, you screwed up. Yeah, Iger's promise to make less overall, but more of the titles audience love most is reflected in Disney's new slate additions. During the earnings call, the studio announced that the sequels to its hit 2016 animated films, Moana and Zootopia, will be the company's Thanksgiving releases in 2024 and 2025, respectively. Yeah, I thought that was interesting, right? That Moana, the sequel to Moana, which was supposed to be like a TV series, I think, suddenly gets turned into a movie. It's like, wait a minute, what? Yeah, and then this thing popped up on Disney Animation, this little quick teaser for Moana 2, only in theaters, November 27. And yeah, they absolutely needed to get something in that slot for November 27 because they've been dropping the ball for their November releases. You guys know that in November, like that Thanksgiving holiday, that used to be big for Disney. Disney used to always come out with a banger during that Thanksgiving holiday that would take them all the way through December, January, make them tons of bread. But the last 2 years, what have we gotten? Strange World and Wish, all right? Just utter garbage. They haven't made any money, you know, so it's hilarious. But yeah, they're going to go to something that absolutely works. I think this actually might do all right, you know, because a lot of people like the movie Moana. I'm pretty sure a lot of cats, a lot of families, young kids and everything, they're going to want to go and check this out, you know. So, I mean, this is actually a smart strategy move for a change. But yeah, I mean, it's just funny how, you know, they started out saying, oh, yeah, no, we don't need no sequels. And now it's like, oh, yeah, we're getting some more sequels. OK, we get more sequels. Let's lean into these bigger franchises. You know, let's dig in deep with Moana and Zootopia, you know. Because, yeah, and it mentions here the November holiday Strange World slot. Yeah, that's tanked. Wish tanked, you know. So, yeah, but I just find it hilarious, you know, because now instead of absolutely making new content and creating new IPs, they're just going to go back to what they think is going to work, you know. But there's going to be diminishing returns. I think even with Moana, even though I think it'll work for this Thanksgiving, I think it's just going to be diminishing returns. Disney is out of the creativity business, all right? They're in the regurgitation business. They're just regurgitating what's already worked. They don't know how to create anymore. They can't create brand new IPs and brand new franchises for the world to enjoy. You know, like it says here, along with those sequels and previously announced sequels to Toy Story and Frozen, Disney's summer animated films for 2024 will be Pixar's sequel to Inside Out, a film that grossed $857 million worldwide back in 2015. Other franchise films the studio has on the slate for 2024 includes Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, a sequel, Deadpool 3, obviously a sequel, and then the Lion King prequel, Mufasa. You know, so they're adding more sequels. They're going to go on like the 4th or 5th movies in some of these franchises. It's like, yo, do you guys have the ability to do anything brand new? Like, where's the creativity over there at Disney? These cats are just regurgitating old crap. And it's shown already that people aren't really checking for franchises. What were the biggest movies last year? Things that weren't like a part of an ongoing film franchise. You know, you had Mario, you had Barbie, big franchises in and of themselves, true, but not a part of a film franchise. This is the first time we've seen those in film. And then, of course, Oppenheimer, you know, original content. People want new things when they go to the theaters. And Bob doesn't seem to understand that. Despite the failures of Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny and all the Marvel movies, you know, these things are failing left and right. You know, with the exception of Guardians. Yeah, Guardians didn't fail, but everything else did. And it's, no, we're just going to keep on. Yeah, more sequels. Yeah. That's what Bob is thinking. Man, again, this cat don't know what he's doing. I don't understand why he's still working there, you know? And then maybe Elon Musk will get that taken care of because, I mean, at this point in time, yeah, like it's this article like here. Nelson Peltz's Trian slams Disney after the earnings report. We saw this movie last year and we didn't like the ending. Yeah, they're saying this is more of the same. We just saw this. The same talking points that came out of last year's, you know, just switched up a little bit. You know, we just switch it up a little bit. We give some different talking points, but it's the same old bullshit. Again, Bob is just bullshitting himself. All right. He's bullshitting himself. He's bullshitting the entirety of all throughout that earnings call. He doesn't know what he's doing. There's a reason why Disney is in the shape that it's in. Now, do they make good moves here and there? Yeah, like with the Moana 2, I think that's going to work. You know, they announced this Epic Games, coalition that they're going to partner with Epic Games to try to bring some of the Disney characters over and do some sort of, I guess, Fortnite style game. And then you can cross them over from between Fortnite and whatever Epic Games is going to create for Disney. All right, yeah, sure. That might work out for a while. But, you know, one of the things is that Disney's IP and the properties that they own, those have to work on their own. Those have to work as films. Those have to work as television series. And if they don't, then nobody cares about what you got at your theme parks or what you're putting in a video game. It doesn't matter, because I don't care. If I don't care about this character, you know, if you're creating a character, you're putting a character out there, and if I don't care about this, it's not going to make me want to go and watch him at the theme park, you know, or play a video game with that character. So they got to get the core content right. And they can't seem to do that. And they're just regurgitating old crap and just circling the drain. You know, Nelson Peltz has got to be just rubbing his hands like, yo, we got these cats, all right? Let's go, Elon, Uncle Elon. Let's get in there and let's take this company over. We can do some stuff with this. Anyway, guys, you let me know what you think about this situation. I think, once again, Bob Iger is just lying to himself. He's gaslighting himself. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He just keeps coming up and spinning the drain, all right? You know, different reasons every few months. You know, a few more months, it's going to be something different. Oh, yeah, you know, Marvel, we need to increase the output of Marvel. We need more Marvel. You know, he's going to be saying something different later down the line, because that's who this cat is. He's just scrambling and he don't know what he's talking about, all right? He sounds good, but he don't know what he's saying, all right? You guys let me know what you think. Jump down in the comments. Give me your thoughts and opinions on that. And thanks for watching. See you next time.